My name is Prince Felix Uche Nwaeke. I'm the first son of His Royal Majesty, now late, Eze S.N Nwaeke, the Onanankume the 6th of Umuihueze-Ndoki. He was both the paramount ruler of Obabo community and the paramount ruler of Umuihueze-Ndoki kingdom. I had a very cordial relationship with my father. I can't describe my father as somebody who was very generous. He was generous to a fault, and he find it difficult not to solve any problem. He didn't see any problem as a big task. I will say that God blessed him, and he had grace to live up to 93 years. I would describe him as an entrepreneur. Started as an entrepreneur and he grew his business to a big business and ventured into contracting in Shell and in government. So he was a businessman, he was a politician, and he was a traditional ruler. At 93, as at when he died, he was the longest serving monarch in the whole of Ndoki. Ndoki in Rivers State, Ndoki in Abia State, even in Akwa Ibom. Because he became the paramount ruler of Obabo in 1970, soon after the war. And the Rivers State Council of Traditional Rulers, he distinguished himself. His stool was second class stool. Then in 2015, Rivers State government elevated his stool to first class. We are happy that he lived a life of peace. He was a man of peace. And he left legacies that everybody would like to emulate. He brought us up to...
My name is Eze Peter Obadneko Umenta, JP. Ezala Umuokobo, and the primary ruler for Ndoki community. The late Eze Nwaeke has been a gift, the highest gift the Almighty God gave to this local government. I say the highest gift. Actually, the highest blessing we had from the late Majesty was peace. And I said, compared Oyibo local government to other AGS in the state, Oyibo local government comes first. When you see horrors, when you don't notice kidnapping, when you don't notice killing, when you don't notice cultism, when you don't notice this man, this woman have been kidnapped, two children have been kidnapped. You see, this is another highest milestone this man has exhibited in the local government. These things wouldn't have been possible without the good road, without the good road, without the peace, without the lifestyle, good lifestyle, His Majesty. So that one alone where people enter their houses and sleep. When children move on road, go to school and came back. When visitors came to the place, do their businesses day and night, they don't notice anything. Many visitors, many strangers left Port Harcourt, left other areas, and stayed in Oyibo local government. Because all these problems, all these killings, all this uncertainty of their lives and property are not here. This is because of the good role of His Majesty. They come into the members of area council chiefs. Throughout his tenure, the area council chiefs are very happy. He promoted them, he made them happy, he gave them what they wanted. He visited them, he knew their problems, and attended their domestic problems. Any moment they went to him, he was available to discuss their affairs amicably with them. They went there with an unhappy situation, they would go with happiness. So there was no problem in the area. He made the security to prevail. The police, all the security apparatus were happy with him. The police, the army, the civil defense, the OSPACs, all those agencies worked here with her because of late S.N Nwaeke. So that's the reason we are crying. We are crying. Not that he wouldn't have died, as other human beings would die. But at this point in time, who will be the vacuum?
My name is Elder Kenneth Obene-Maika. I am an indigenous of this place, Ndoki. So I know the Eze very, very well. I have worked with him for over 40 years, and there was no trouble. He was an upright man. He is a light. Everywhere, he is a light. He is a motivator. He is my mentor. I am good with him. He is the paramount ruler of this village. We have been together. There is nothing that is done in this village, in this community, in this area, that he did not put his head. That is why I call him a motivator. He is good to everybody, even to me myself. The school we go, and I am one of his products. He helped all of us to become somebody today. Now, I worked with him, as I have earlier said. I worked with him in the palace.
My name is Queen Obene-Maika. I am a daughter from this community. I'm born here, married to an indigenous of the same community. I'm son of soil. So my daddy, being S.N Nwaeke, is my father. My late father, the name is Nna Okere. They do call themselves Obo because this one is Nna Nwaeke. My father is Nna Okere, though he's late earlier than before this time. Since then, the king stands by me as my own father. He's a strong man. with a good heart. I learned a lot from him. Right from my childhood, I admired him and he loved me too. Right from my childhood until he gave me marriage to the husband that is married to me, my beloved husband. Till now, I've married up to 50 years to my husband.
My name is Bright Onyebuchi Jacob. I'm from Umuihueze-Ndoki of Onanankume in Rivers State here. S.N Nwaeke took over the leadership of this community after the demise of his late uncle, Jacob Ajelubele, in 1970. And immediately he came back from Civil War. He united every member of this family. He gave us equal opportunities. He told us that the best thing he will give to all of us is knowledge, which is education. He invested so much in everybody. He never discriminated anybody from this family. He encouraged all of us to be educated. And if you watch today and he sits back to see the product of what he has planned ahead, he's a happy man because almost everybody in this family is educated. And that was what has been his life ambition, to make sure we're all educated. And we're reaping the product of what he has done to us. Secondly, my late uncle, Eze S.N Nwaeke, he was a man of peace. He was a man of peace. And he encouraged us to be united. And that even manifested in the clan he was ruling, the Umuihueze-Ndoki clan. Everybody goes to him for one counseling or the other. And with the wisdom God gave to him, he has been handling the cases to the best of his knowledge. He was a strong politician. And that is why at times when people see our family now that we are politicking, we told them, if you are a son of a fisherman, the first...
I started as an errand boy with him before the war. Then within the war, I had to join the Biafran army. After my training at Hilltop Enugu, I was then a commander in the army. When I came back on pass, it was during the time our area was falling. So by that time, I was opportune to come home and told my people that this war will affect us. and likely the war affected our own area. Our own area fell. Then in the process of the war, as a Biafran soldier by then, I was in the army when he, as a chief, was in one part of the Ngwa land with his family. He was then in charge. He was then in charge of a Red Cross unit, relief. So the Biafran soldiers were coming every day in and out to conscript him to army. So one unfortunate date for them, I happened to come to pay him visit. I asked him what was wrong. He told me that those young men, 4 of them, were trying to conscript him into army. It was then and then I have to invite them, those boys, sat them down and told them that this is not what we were taught in the training. How can you go to the communities to carry our own fathers to the army? Are you not aware that this is my father? They said that they don't know. They had to apologize to me. I left them. On that struggle, we came back. God, on His infinite mercy, brought him back alive into our own home. I am from Eberu. My mentor is from Obabo. God saved him and saved myself as a soldier. We came back home. I was visiting him when he was, trying to hustle back again, but going to the stream to cut mat, to tie mat, to make some batches for him and his family. Until we started hustling. It was there and then when we were marched to River State, and lastly we were zoned to push to Bori local government by then, after the merger. So I was with him when they came from the Ogonis, led by Chief J.K. Ginima, that is going to be one of the leaders from this area. He was then given the chances of a councillor.